morning, everyone, and welcome to True Words Aren't Beautiful. It is just 7:15 in the morning, and right now, the few people who went up Mount Amuyao should be coming home now. Yes, I say the few people because not everyone decided to ascend the summit at midnight. Yeah, our assault would have been at midnight. We would have reached the peak at about 4 or 5 in the morning, then they'd start coming back down by now. The reason I didn't go, as I said in my last video, I had to choose sensibility. I had muddy clothes and my jacket too wet, damp, moist, muddy. No way I was going to go up there with just these two layers of my UCSD fleece from my buddy Mario back in my grad school days and my t-shirt here. Nope, not going to do. My raincoat was also way too drenched to do that. However, one thing I've learned is that I actually wasn't as bad as I thought I was. So even if I lost my nerves last night, the few people who came back and said, nope, we're not going, they said, damn, Johnny, you are fast. So I'll tell you a bit of a story that happened. I was lagging behind a little bit because I was trying to be safe and sensible. And the lagging group went ahead of me. So I got so mad when I stepped on the log that was used as a bridge that everyone was using, and I broke it. I'm not even the heaviest guy in the group, but I broke it. And I fell into the rice terrace. And that rice terrace has natural fertilizer because some of the homes have their piping go right there. So yes, it smelled like shit. Anyway, so I went ahead of them, a little bit annoyed because I didn't hear anyone saying, hey, stop, he fell. And I told them I broke the bridge. They said it's all right. Went past them, decided to not be such a straggler, tried to get in a better mood, and sooner or later I realized, wait a sec, I'm going a bit too far ahead. And I just kept going and going, and at a certain point I said, okay, I might be on the wrong trail or wrong path because I was not paying attention to the ribbons. So I screamed for help a few times, and then one of the villagers actually came out with his machete and said, you're fine, just keep going. And what I saw was part of the path was crawling across a waterfall. Oh, I don't mean the bottom of the stream like this. I mean grabbing onto the rocks where the water is falling and going right across the waterfall with my heavy pack. And I said, hey, just wait for me. Guy disappears because he's out hacking bush. That sounds kind of kinky, but that's not what it means. Anyway, so I kept walking and walking, and eventually I screamed for help again for a few times. No one was there, and I decided, am I going to wait for these guys, or am I going to go ahead and see if I can find my way, catch up with the lead group? So I kept going and going because I said, shit, it's getting late. It looks like it's twilight. Then I opened my phone. I said, what? It's only 2 in the afternoon? But yeah, misty, twilight, and I had the choice of waiting for them to catch up with me or just pushing forward. And so I pushed forward. I caught up with the main group, and we walked and walked and walked. And that's when I lost my nerves because it started raining, and all the difficult path to traverse, all the thorns cutting my arms and my face, and the steep, steep decline with all the mud getting me soaked and filthy top to bottom, breaking my trekking pole, and of course soaking my jacket, everything. Water in my boots. Thank God there are no leeches on this path. I was so out of it. I was just screaming, fuck you, Amuyao! Until I realized, uh-oh, I don't want this to get worse. So I said, sorry, Amuyao, sorry, Amuyao. Because, yeah, the spirits can hear you. So we eventually, from our trek, which started roughly around 7:38 in the morning yesterday, to about 5:30 in the afternoon, twilight, we got here, and we took absolutely frigid cold showers. And from there, I just said, yeah, this is it. I failed. I made it here, and I didn't get to the top of the mountain. But something surprising happened a few hours later. The rest of the group caught up. They came here a little bit past 8, around 8:30 in the evening, and they said, "How the hell did you get here? You're so frickin' fast." I said, "Huh?" They said, "Yeah. So if you were worried about slipping and sliding in the mud at night, in the afternoon, we had to do it in the middle of the night because they were slower than me. And these are people who've had dozens of mountains they've climbed, even harder ones too. Some were over 24, some were over 30. So they have experience, they have equipment. But apparently I had grit, I had stamina and strength and determination to see this through. Good morning, young ladies. Say hello to the camera. Or don't say hello. Anyway, so that actually was something that helped me validate that I wasn't as bad as I thought. And learning that the trek here just to base camp is no joke. They say the difficulty is 9 out of 9 for mountaineering here, but I would say that with the rain and validated by my travel mates, it should be a 10 out of 9 or an 11 out of 9 because the rain eroded a lot of the trail. And there's 2 different trails here at least, so the one we took really wrecked by the rain. And stupid me, I didn't bring plastic bags for my dirty clothes. And I also didn't bring a third pair of pants because I thought I'd just use the first pair, which would have gotten a bit dirty. Not muddy and soaked, just a bit dirty. And I could take that up the mountain, same pair of socks. So from now on, I will bring 3 pairs instead of 2 pairs and more plastic bags. But I still have to wear those drenched boots as well, drenched and muddy boots back with my 1 pair of clean socks in order to go back down the mountain. Unless it's a nice sunny day, which it looks like it just might be for a little while. So let us do a quick tour of this lovely area so you can see a little bit better what kind of environment I'm waking up to today and some other thoughts. But first, here is the cover for my brown trekker bag, local brand. I highly recommend it. They're actually pretty good. Soaked and nearly torn so many times. My raincoat, a little bit dry today. My gloves, which are still moist. My dirty clothes, yep. The plastic bag I begged from the housekeepers. And this muddy and soaked Patagonia jacket. All this right here. This is going to go in the laundry. And the cleaning lady for my building is going to hate me because of all the mud. But that's what we pay her to do. Take a look at these beautiful rice terraces. Great, huh? I know it's the front view camera and I can't really see too well, but I do not have the right equipment. We are just following the do shit philosophy. And you should see a little dog there who I gave a little bit of fish from our meal last night because she was just so adorable and cute. It made me think of my dogs Bowie and Zippy. And she's also preggers, so I have no problem sharing part of my portion there. Good morning. See? Beautiful environment to wake up to. No signal, so I don't have any messages or notifications or anxieties right now. There is no phone signal here and no internet signal here. So these people, salt of the earth people, for me, are doing the right thing with fresh air, fresh food, no junk, no social media, no garbage. On the subject of garbage, what I do have to say is there are only 3 Ds, as I mentioned in my last video, which rung in my head, which are my buddy D in Korea, Dana, and my dogs. This reminds me of when I was climbing in Mount Elbrus in Russia in 2013. Every time I fell and almost died, falling between crevices or rolling or just freezing in place, I couldn't think of the things that annoyed me. I couldn't think of the people who annoyed me anymore. In fact, some people, like those with an annoying laugh or annoying voice, I actually missed them. They were motivation to go back to the mundane world that was just so stressful. And I felt that here as well when I got separated from the group before I caught up with everyone, saying, I would totally love to be around the people who annoy me right now. Those with annoying voices, those who stink and keep farting. I'm totally happy with being around people, and this is why it really feels like a pilgrimage now, because it gives me more perspective. When I used to look at a map of the Philippines, I would just see it as this country that I used to hate. And then I realized when I look at the places I've gone to, it was just Manila and a couple of spots that I'd flown out to, like the beach or the mountains, just to hang out with people. But when I take the van and the bus all over the country and explore different places, when I look at photos of Banawe rice terraces and this mountain, I don't just say, oh, that's a cool picture of the mountain. I remember my experience traversing this entire area, the difficulty of getting there, all the steep declines, all the inclines, including the rope that broke, and the people that I met along the way. Everything was just becomes more vivid and real. It feels like a more fuller world and universe to live in. And while we're here, see if you can see these little adorable puppies that mommy was feeding. Can you see them? Hi, puppy. Hello, puppy. And there are my boots, and there's the puppy hiding. Hello, little one. Say hello. Say hello. Namo ratnasigan buraya, namo ratnasigan tatakaya, mani padmi om vachagrupa mesrium. Data busy ma busy rasmuswa. Boom sam and meet deswa. Tartuta reswa. Sorry, just doing my Buddhist prayers. Those Buddhist prayers are things that I've heard, if you chant them to animals, they will be reincarnated at least in the Pure Lands or as humans or above, freeing them from their karma. Anyway, not that that's important, but just a side seeg right there. But yeah, a fuller world. A fuller, more beautiful world. You don't see images on TV. You don't just see names and places on maps. You see the world and every atom of existence. Just like when I remember this trip, I remember all the trials and tribulations and all the lessons here and the people I've met. All the perspective that makes me say I even miss the jerks who are unkind to me in my neighborhood. They really don't matter because this is a vast and beautiful universe and we're living in this blue marble, as Carl Sagan likes to call it. So, let me give you a little more view, the vicinity around here. You see these rice terraces? This is where the food is grown. This is what is in your rice bowl when you order from Panda Express. And those falls, if you hear the stream, yes. Fresh water. And those houses there, you know this is Southeast Asia because they are raised and elevated on those sticks. My college history professor will be tearing his hair out right now if he says that they're just raised on their sticks, because that's not the proper term, but I don't care. College is over 20 years ago for me now. Good God, I feel old. But I'm not. Hey, good morning. Say hello to everyone on the vlog. This is Gart, our guide.
Hi.
This guy also said, we're not going to Summit. Yeah, what's up?
Coffee time.
Yeah, we'll get coffee in a bit. Anything you want to say to the Americans and everyone else in the English-speaking audience about Amuyao and Rabas?
very ano, very good.
Take their tours is what he's saying. Anyway, so walking around here, see those cocks right there, and the little puppy. Hello, hello, good morning. Those are our hosts. And over here is our bathhouse and our toilet, which are thankfully separated. So just so you know what these look like, here is how. Oh, is there someone in here? Oh, no, there was no one in here. This is our shower. 2 buckets of frigid water. And here, someone's in there. So, not gonna go in there because they are likely taking a dump. So let's explore the vicinity a bit more. Front view camera, can't do shit about it. No apologies. Or as Kurt Cobain says, all apologies. And as Robin Williams said, good morning, Vietnam. Well, all I can say is, this is peak number 3, validated by my fellow climbers. It still counts because I made my way out here. Had I gone up in the soaking rain, it would have been icing on the cake, but I can come back another time when it's dry season if I choose to. So from Mount Amuyao, I'll just end with thank you very much for getting me this far and for the lessons I did learn along the way. Pilgrimage continues, a few more peaks between now and May. Let's just try to stay alive and safe until then. Thank you for watching. See you next time.